Hello everybody, I'm back with a new video. This video is about making the painful decision to walk away from a situation that is harmful. This video is about making the painful decision to walk away from a potential narcissist. Recently I was involved with a girl that I had been acquainted on Instagram for about 2 years. Just this year, she slides in my DM. Hey, I think you're cute. We video chat every night since. Not till now, but till recently. Anyway, this relationship, I'm not saying romantic relationship, but just this relationship moved so fast that I was getting overwhelmed. Just a few days since we started talking, I started developing feelings. The thing that really drew me to her was all of the illnesses that she was going through, and her ability to smile despite those illnesses. When we first video chatted, I saw the heart monitor on her, and I saw things that were indicative of an illness, a genuine illness. Lord, did I not know what was really going on behind the scenes. We'll get to that later. Anyway, things moved so fast, I started getting overwhelmed. It wasn't very long for the first red flags to show up. The good old T word would even pop up. Triangulation. Just a few days after we started talking seriously, an X pops up in the situation. X number 1. Apparently, this ex's girlfriend was mad at the girl I'm talking to at the time, calling her a bunch of slurs. Wonder why that is. Anyway, first red flag. The love bombing phase is starting to wear off a little bit, so I'm starting to see this red flag. 2 days later, X number 2 shows up. Apparently shows up to her house and attacked her. By the way, that day, she completely ignored me that day. I think that's a little bit weird. A few days earlier, I took money out of my savings account. I built up a lot of savings over the summer. So I took a little bit of money out of my savings to buy a cheap plane ticket to go fly to see her. I'm supposed to be in Detroit right now. I am not. There's a reason for that. I had to walk away. But we'll get into that. I wish I hadn't bought that ticket, that's for sure. But X number 2 comes into the equation. Apparently he's in Kentucky. He goes up to Michigan to go see her. I wonder why that is. It's just a little bit weird. And I told her this. It's a little weird. Turns out, just a couple weeks later, guess what? He didn't live in Kentucky. He was living in Michigan. Now, why would you lie about that? So I set this boundary, this very, very clear boundary, that if I'm going to ever date you in the future, I prefer that you keep these exes at a distance, once and for all. Because the nature of those relationships did not seem like a friendship. Never seemed like it. If it was a friendship, I'd kind of understand, but it did not seem like it. She makes this promise to block ex number 1 on Facebook and Instagram, and ex number 2 was supposedly locked up for attacking her when he showed up. I talked to some of my friends. I did some digging myself. So I wanted to see the arrest records for ex number 2 that supposedly went to her house and attacked her. She would not give me the last name of the person so that I could look him up into county records in her county, in her state. That's a little bit weird, right? Claiming that she blocked ex number 1, ex number 2, I did some digging. September 14th, I find out that he was never blocked in the first place. She lied about that too. Thank goodness it was a cheap ass ticket that I got. And thank goodness I've worked really hard to build up a lot of savings. Something didn't feel right. Here's when the gaslighting comes in. So when I would catch her in a lie, and she would say, "You're thinking about the negatives too much. You look into the negatives too much. You're so hung up over little things. I don't think lying about an ex is a little thing." And I told her this, straight up. I talked to her mother about this, since she decided to friend me on Facebook randomly. I don't think these things are little. And you raised her. And according to your daughter, you cheated on her dad. So what kind of example are you teaching? I didn't say this, but I'm thinking this to myself. Didn't take long for the mother to actually admit, yeah, my daughter does lie quite a bit. She's dishonest to me, blah, blah, blah. Weird. We get to mid to late September. I decided to not speak to this girl at all. Went to my counselor. That was the advice. Because the anxiety that I was feeling was so bad. Had pain in my left side, rib cage area, had pain in my chest, and it was debilitating. Someone that I went to high school with died. That was really difficult. So I did not speak to this girl at all for about a few days. Took my counselor / therapist's advice not to speak to her and to make a decision by the end of the week. By the end of that week. I decided to give this girl another chance. Bad decision. Anyway, the flight that I was supposed to get on, October 4th, still on. Anyway, I start to get ignored more and more. She would go MIA, ignore messages. I sent a basic message at 10 a.m. Okay. Just one message. They get ignored all day while she's active on Messenger. And then she'll tell me she was talking to her cousin. By the way, I found out this was not true, by the way. Yep. So what ends up happening is this. Ex number one, remember him? Would put me in a video chat with me, her, and his supposed girlfriend. I immediately got out of that video chat. I did not sign up to be in a relationship with her exes. No, I didn't. Why would you put me in a video chat with all these people? And I thought this guy was blocked. So, it's a mess. It was a mess. I could not stand getting left on read, being gaslit, told that I was thinking too much into the negatives, and that this was little shit to worry about. I was done with that. So, last week I said, this is over. I'm canceling the flight. You know what she does? She takes ex number one and all of her friends from California. They put me into a big not video chat, but a group chat. And they all send me a bunch of messages. I got called every name in the book because I made the decision to cancel that flight. So I cut contact. Despite the immense attachment I felt to this girl, I cut off contact. I'm telling you right now, if it was 2-3 years ago, there's no chance that I've cut contact. I'll probably still be in Detroit to see this girl. And Lord knows what would happen if I was up there. So I made a decision to walk away. And it's actually a pretty easy decision. And getting called and inundated with names made me realize this. If she can get all her friends to come after me behind a phone screen, imagine what she could do once I'm up there in person. If you can lie about your exes, what could be going on behind the scenes? So, I had to walk away. I had so much anxiety. I felt a need to see her. I felt almost an obligation to see her. But deception, dishonesty, all under the same umbrella. Deception, dishonesty, gaslighting, triangulation. You have to walk away. Because if I tell you no, I'm not going to see you because of your own actions, and you have all your friends come after me. I mean, we're literally 20 and 21, and this is going on. This is high school shit. You know what I mean? We're college-age students. We're college students. You expect a little bit more maturity than that. But another thing that was really striking to me was the lack of insight into her own behavior. She didn't seem to understand how her own behaviors were affecting me and creating anxiety. It just never seemed to register. So as I was talking to my friends, talking to people who were life coaches, people who were experts on narcissism, it became increasingly possible that I could be dealing with another narcissist. Because I also noticed that some of her health issues would be used as excuses for her to do the things that she did. Another indicator. So this was more important for me. This was very important for me to walk away, draw the line. I'm not going to get treated like this. Have fun with the friends that I've developed over the past year and a half. Enjoy the healthier relationships that I've developed. And yeah, I think I'm in a good place. But if you're in those kinds of situations, you have to draw on the inner resources that you have. Trust your gut, trust your body. The anxiety you feel is indicative of, I need to get the hell out of this relationship or the situation, whatever it is. So when dealing with these people, who you feel very attached to, it's so important to walk away, visualize yourself in a healthier place so that you do not get victimized further. Thank you, guys.